Number 13. Let's read the problem. The problem states find the 20th term of the AP whose seventh term is 24 less than the 11th term. Okay, so the seventh term is 24 less than the 11th term. First term being 12. So here, what all is given? First term A1 is given to be 12. Also, what is given here is that the seventh term is 24 less than the 11th term. Seventh term is 24 less than the 11th term. That means A7 is equal to A11 minus 24. So the seventh term is 24 less than the 11th term. That is, these two are the relations that is given. Okay. So we will, uh, the you need to determine the AP, and to determine the AP, what actually do you need? Can anyone tell me to determine an AP, what actually do you need?
Set the common difference.
What else? You need the
The
first term and the
set
common
the
difference.
first term.
Yes, exactly. You need the first term and the common difference. If you know the first term and if you know the common difference, then you can determine the complete AP. So clearly we know the first term here. What is unknown to us? The common difference is unknown to us. Let us first find out the common difference. How do you find out the common difference? We start with this relation. A7 is equal to A11 minus 24. So A7 here is, according to the formula, A1 plus 7 minus 1 into D. Right? This is the formula for A7. And A11 is A1 plus 11 minus 1 into D. And you have minus 24 as it is. Okay. So now that means you have A1 plus 60 is equal to A1 plus 10D minus 24. Okay. So here A1, they cancel. Okay. And okay. So A1 cancels. You can find D from here. So you have 10D. You can solve for D. Minus 60 is equal to 24. That means 4D is equal to 24. That means D is 24 by 6. 24 by 4, which is 6. So common difference is 6. So we know the common difference now. And we know the first term also. How can we determine the AP? Therefore, the AP is, what is the AP? A1, A1 plus D, A1 plus 2D, A1 plus 3D, and so on. So what is the AP here? A1. A1 is 12. 12 plus 6. 12 plus 2 into 6. 12 plus 3 into 6. And so on. So this is 12, 18, and 12 plus 12 is 24, and 18 plus 12 is 30, and so on. This continues. Can you tell me what is the nth term of this AP? Can you tell me what is the nth term? This is not asked, but normally what you do is, when we are writing an AP, at the end we write the nth term here. At the end we write the nth term here. Okay. So if nth term was asked, what should be the nth term? An is equal to A1 plus n minus 1 into D. A1 you know is 12. N is the general term, and that is the nth term. N, we need to find it in terms of n actually. And what is the D here? D we have found out to be 6. So this is 12 plus 6n minus 6. So this is 6 plus 6n, which is 6 times n plus 1. So actually, mathematically, if you want to be correct, you should actually be writing this AP in this way: 12, 18, 24, 30, and so on till 6 times n plus 1. See that in this 6 times n plus 1, if you put n is equal to 1, you'll get 12. If you put n is equal to 2, you'll get 18. If you put n is equal to 3, you will get 24 and so on. Okay, so that is what you should be noting, and this is how it should be. This problem should be done. Let us now see number 14. Number 14. Number 14 here, find the 31st term of the AP whose 11th term is 38 and 6th term is 73. So you need to find out the uh, 31st term. Okay, in the last problem there was one mistake that I made in the question. Okay, in last problem number 13 which I did, they had asked you to find out the 20th term. Okay, so they did not ask you to find out the AP, they asked you to find out the 20th term. So A20. So just note this once again. A20 is A1 plus 19 minus 1 into D. A1 plus, so not 19, 20. A1 plus 19D. A1 was 12 and D was 4. So this is your 20th term. 12 plus 76, which is 88. Okay, this was your question. This is actually you had to find. Once the first term was given to you, we had found out the common difference, and you had to find out the 20th term. That's it. That is the actual solution to the number 13. Let us now do number 14. In number 14, the question here is find the 31st term of the AP whose 11th term is 38 and 6th term is 73. So given 11th term is given to you 38. Okay, and 6th term you have to find out. 6th term is 73. Okay, 11th term is 38 and 6th term is 73. You need to find out the 31st term. So you need to find out A31. Very important problem, this one. Two terms given, 11th term, 6th term given. How to find some other term? Okay, so we start with A11. We have A11 is equal to 38. So what is the formula for A11? A1 plus 11 minus 1 into D is equal to 38. And A1 plus 10D is equal to 38. So this is your first equation. Yes. Also, we have A6 is equal to 73. And A6, you know, formula is A1 plus 6 minus 1 into D is equal to 73. That means A1 plus 5D is equal to 73. This is my second equation, right? So these two are simultaneous equations I can solve. What is the best way to solve? Elimination method. Subtract. This cancels off. At 5D is equal to 38 minus 73. You have 35 minus 35 in fact. Minus 78 plus 38 is minus 35. You have D is equal to minus 35 by 5, which is minus 7. So common difference you have got minus 7. What is left? First term. You can either put in 1 or put in 2. Let us put in 1. From 1, A1 plus 10D is equal to 38. That means A1 here is, we have to find A1, and let's put the value of D. So that means A1 minus 70 is equal to 38. That means A1 is 70 plus 38, which is 108. You've got the first term as 108, common difference as minus 7. The question here was Find A31. If you see in this problem, with the help of A11 and A6, we formed two equations. Okay, we solve the two equations simultaneously to find out the first term and the common difference. Once we found out the first term and the common difference, we can determine the entire AP or any term of the AP also. So we need to determine A31. So what is A31? Hence A31 is equal to A1 plus 31 minus 1 into D, which is A1 plus 30D, which is A1 is 108 and 30, D is minus 7. So this is 108 minus 210, which is minus 98, right? That's minus 98, right? 92 or 98, 92 it should be. Okay, this should be 92 or 102, 102 minus 102. That's it. Okay, so very important problem, this one. Let us now move on to the next one question. Now 16.2 I had already solved for you. Let us now see number 19. Number 19 is also an important problem.
Sir, wait a minute, sir. Sir, can you
Copy it
pull
from
it
the
till
video.
down?
Copy it from the video later on if you have missed something. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You continue with the next problem. If you have missed something, you copy it later from the video. Okay, so this one is number 19. If the nth term of the two APs, now if you remember here the two APs that are given. The two APs are first one, you have 975 and so on. Okay, this one, this AP. And what is the next AP that is given? 24, 21, 18, and so on. Okay, these are the two APs. It is given here that the nth term of these two APs are the same. Okay, that means the nth term of this AP and the nth term of this AP are the same. Find the value of n. What is that is? Which term? Suppose if I find out n to be, suppose if I find out n to be 8, that what does it mean? That means the 8th term of this AP and the 8th term of this AP are equal. Understood? That is what it means. So you have to find such a value of n that the nth term of these two APs are equal. Okay. So also find that term, and also you need to find that term. Okay. So I start by saying, let us call this AP1 and let us call this AP2. Let the nth term of 1 be an and the nth term of 2 be an dashed, right? An dashed. Now these two must be equal. Therefore, an must be equal to an dashed, right? Now, see here, these two APs are different. You have to bear that in mind. Be very careful. If these two APs are different, that means an will be what? A1 plus n minus 1 into d, right? For the first AP, an. But an dash this time, remember, will be different because the first term is different. So instead of a1, I will write a1 dash, because if you see, this is my a1 here and this is my a1 dashed, right? a1 dash plus n minus 1. N will remain the same because we are talking about the nth term of both the APs. N minus 1 into d. D will also be different. So instead of d, we'll write a d dashed here. Understood? Now we'll put the values of a1, a1 dashed, and d dashed. So what is a1 according to this problem? In the first AP, what is a1? It is 9 plus n minus 1. And what is d? 7 minus 9, which is minus 2. a1 dashed, first term is 24 plus n minus 1. And what is d dashed? 24 minus 21, which is minus 3. So now we can solve for n here. So we have 9 minus twice n minus 1 is equal to 24 minus thrice n minus 1. 9 minus 2n plus 2 is equal to 24 minus 3n plus 3. Okay. So you take the n's together. You have 3n minus 2n. I'm simply solving for n actually. 24 plus 3 minus 9 minus 2. So n is 27 minus 11, which is 16. So the 16th term of the AP are equal. So that means the A16 from here and the A16 dash from here, both of them are equal. I don't know the value, but they are equal. So now the next part of the question states that not only you have to find out which term, but you have to say it is equal to what. The question is also find that term. So what is A16? A16 is, look at the first AP. Look at the first AP. A16 is A1 plus 15 minus 1 into D. 16 in fact. 16 minus 1 into D. So this is A1 plus 15D. Now from the first AP, what is the first term? 7. And what is the common difference? Common difference here is minus 2 for the first AP. So you get 7 minus 30, which is minus 23. Okay, Archita, your camera is on. 7 minus 30, which is minus 23. Okay, so this is your, otherwise you have determined A16 in this way. From the first AP, you can also determine A16 dashed, you'll get the same answer. A16 dashed is equal to A1 dashed plus n minus 1 into D dashed. You can do it this way also. Okay, that is A1, A1 dashed from the first AP is, from the second AP in fact, A1 dashed is 24. So 24 plus 16 minus 1, this is 16 in fact. 16 means 15. 15 into D dashed. What is the common difference of the second AP? 24 minus 21, which is minus 3. You simplify this, you'll again get a minus 23. So either you work the A16 this way, or you can find out A16 dashed in this way. Because they are equal, you will get the same answer. Okay. Any questions till this part?
No, sir.
Kushal, switch off your camera. Let us do the next question. And the next question is also an important question. 20 part 3. So you have 20 part 3. The question here is, how many numbers lie between 10 and 300, which when divided by 4 leave a remainder of 3? So how many numbers? What are numbers? The numbers between 10 and 200, which leave a remainder 4 when which in fact not 4 but 3, which leave a remainder 3. That is the in the question, which leave a remainder 3 when divided by 4. Numbers between 10 and 200 which leave a remainder 3 when divided by 4 are, what are the numbers? Can you tell me the first number? Can you tell me the first number which if I divide by 4 will give a remainder 3? It is 11. 11 between 10 and 200. Numbers between 10 and 200. The first number between 10 and 200 that gives the remainder 3 when divided by 4 is 11. Right or wrong? You divide 11 by 4, you get a remainder 3. First number greater than 10. What is the next number? You add 4 to 11, so you get 15. What is the next number? You again add 4 to 15, you get 19. What is the next number? 23, and so on. Right? These are the numbers. All these numbers, if you divide by 4, each of them will give you 3 as your remainder. And not only that, but you will have to find these numbers that are below 200 also. So you need to see what is your last term also. Now, last term, what is the last number before 200 that will give you a remainder of 3 when you divide it by 4? See, 196 is just below 200, but it is divisible by 4. 197, if you divide by 4, it will give a remainder 1 because 196 is divisible by 4. 198 will give a remainder 2. 199 will give you a remainder 3. So 199 is the last number because 200 will be divisible by 4. So this is this. Now this forms an AP. This forms an AP. Now the question here is how many numbers lie between. So you have to count these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not possible to count physically, right? So what I do is I say let this be the nth term, n. So whatever value of n that I get, that will be the number of numbers that lie between 10 and 200, isn't it? Because this will be a1, this will be the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and so on. If an, if this n, if I am able to find, then I'll be able to say, okay, fine. So many numbers are there between 10 and 300 or 200. Oh, this is 10 and 300. Okay, so if it's 10 and 300, so this should be 299 in fact. Okay, because 296 is divisible by 4 and 297 leaves the remainder 1, 298 leaves the remainder 2, and 299 leaves the remainder 3. So anyway, but in either case, we cannot count physically. So that means we have to determine this n. If we can determine this n, then we can determine how many numbers are there between 10 and 300 which leave a remainder 3 when divided by 4. So I say let 299 be the nth term, right? Now here, what is this forms an AP? So what is the first term? First term is 11. And what is the common difference? Common difference is 4. So therefore, what have we assumed? We have assumed an to be 299. 299, the last term we have assumed to be nth term. So what is an here? A1 plus n minus 1 into d. And what is d? Fine. Now put the values. A1 here is 11, n minus 1, and d here is 4, 299. That means 11 plus 4n minus 4 is equal to 299. That means 4n. 11 minus 4 is 7. And is equal to 299 minus 7. Okay. So this will be 4n is equal to 292. 299 minus 7. And therefore n will be equal to 292 divided by 4, which is 73. So that means this is what term? This is the 73rd term. 299 is the 73rd term. So how many numbers are there between 10 and 300? There are 73 numbers. Hence there are 73 numbers between 10 and 300 that leave a remainder 4 when divided by leave a remainder 3, not 4. That leave a remainder 3 when divided by 4. Any question till this part? 21. Last problem for the day, and I will continue next week after this problem. But this kind of problem has already come in your exam. Okay, so uh, this is the kind of standard that you can expect. Problem like number 13 and 14 have not come yet, so you can expect problem like number 13 and 14 in your examination. Okay, so let us work out number 21. Number 21. The question here is, if the numbers n minus 2, 4n minus 1, and 5n plus 2 are in AP. So given n minus 2, 4n minus 1, and 5n plus 2 are in AP. Question is, find the values of n. These are in AP. Okay. So let us say I call the first term, let a1 is equal to, let us say this is the first term. Let a1 is equal to n minus 2. A2 is equal to 4n minus 1. And say a3 is equal to 5n plus 2. You need to find the value of n if these three are in AP. So therefore a1, a2, a3 are in AP. And you know that if three terms are in AP, then what is the relation between them? A2 minus a1 is a common difference, must be equal to the common difference of the third and the second term. A2 minus a1 must be equal to a3 minus a2. Okay. Please note, you can also use this, that if a1, a2, a3 are in AP, okay, you will require this in your higher classes, although this is not mentioned much here. But if three terms are in AP, then A2, then we write A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A1. From here, you can write A2. If you want to find out A2, you can write this as A1 plus A3 by 2, which means that A2 is the arithmetic mean, AM. A2 is the arithmetic mean of A1 and A3. Okay, this is note number one. Note number two is that if num many numbers are in AP. If suppose this is in AP, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, and so on up till AN, suppose is an AP. Okay, then we say A2 is the AM between A2 is the AM between A1 and A3, arithmetic mean between A1 and A3. Okay, A3 is the arithmetic mean between A2 and A4. Okay, A4 is the arithmetic mean between A3 and A5. Okay. Similarly for your other numbers. Similarly, A5 can be written as A5 is the arithmetic mean between A4 and A6, and so on. This will continue. So whenever you see numbers that are in AP, you can say the middle number is the arithmetic mean of the extreme, the other two numbers. Okay, the other two adjacent numbers. So coming back to this problem, these three numbers were given to be in AP. We have assumed n minus 2 to be A1, 4n minus 1 to be A2, and 5n plus 2 to be A3. Now, if these three numbers are in AP, then we can write A2 minus A1 must be equal to A3 minus A2, because this is the common difference. A2 minus A1 is also the common difference, and A3 minus A2 is also the common difference. So we start from this only. Okay, now we put the value simply. What is a2? A2 is 4n minus 1. A1 is n minus 2. A3 is 5n plus 2. And A2 is 4n minus 1. That's it. Simplify, find out the value, solve the equation. 4n minus n is 3n. This is plus 1 is equal to n plus 3. 3n minus n is 3 minus 1. That means 2n is 2. That means n is equal to 1. So getting the value of n as 1. And that was the question. Find the value of n. Okay, so found out the value of n as 1. So please remember the concept of arithmetic mean. Okay, even if not now, then maybe later on, the concept of arithmetic mean will definitely come. Okay, and since GP has been excluded from your syllabus,